I want to ask you, you said yesterday you never used to like Sonny Edwards. Was there anything in particular that he said or did over the years?
Didn't like him, but I just thought I didn't.
He said he was a
like,
plonker.
Yeah, he was. I just thought like he made some comments about me, and I thought, why are you saying that? Like, I disagree with you. And then he asked to come to a show in Sheffield. I don't like saying no to fighters, especially fighters that world champions or was fighting for a world championship. And I just said, why did you say this? Why did you say that? And we had a little bit of a debate, and I realised that he's actually quite a smart kid, quite intellectual. And then I watched him beat Muthalani and thought, Jesus Christ, he's really good. And I think we should sign him. And I believe he's one of the best fighters pound for pound in the UK. Become quite fond of him now. He still says some silly things, but you don't have to like him. It's not a popularity contest. I just want you to talk about him, want you to have an opinion of him, and I want you to tune in. But he's that good, you should tune in.
And what was the moment you felt that maybe his public persona changed? Because I personally think it was when he sparred that troll and the way he dealt with the whole situation that I saw public opinion change on him.
I just think people like that he's real. He don't care. Like I can't say to Sonny Edwards, don't say this, don't do that. I'm just going to let him be Sonny Edwards. A lot of people don't like him. That's not a problem. But at least he's real. At least you're watching a genuine character. So love him or hate him, the kid can really fight.
You're probably going to end up in a situation where Bam Bam and Martinez are going to be messaging you saying, what side are you on? Yeah. So I'm going to put you in the spot, Eddie. What side are you on right this moment?
Whoever wins the fight. No, I love Jesse. I think he's a tremendous fighter. And Julio Cesar Martinez, he's nuts. I love him. And I think Sonny Edwards, I don't really like going into those fights with both guys in camp because you're sort of a bit swayed. So I'll give him the opportunity and best of luck to him.
We saw Frank in Abu Dhabi last week. I'm suspecting it was for a potential Conor Ben EUBANK fight in September. Have you looked at Chris EUBANK's contract, and are you free to negotiate with him from your knowledge?
No, it's not for us to look at the contract. It's up for his team to look at the contract, and they feel they are. Those conversations are ongoing. We would love to make the fight in Abu Dhabi, and we'll see if that's possible for September.
We saw Frank Warren come out yesterday, effing and jeffing on numerous interviews. What did you make of that? And then the stuff he's saying about regards to, you're going to be looking to wheel somebody out of a hospital for AJ's comeback fight.
Yeah, weird, really. I mean, look, we've got a very good relationship with George Warren and Queensbury, and that kind of just ruins everything, really. I mean, he was talking about forging a contract for Tyson Fury and signing it himself. It was all really weird. And I just feel like Frank and Bob Arum, and look, I put my dad in the same category as well. You just need to pack it in and let the younger generation deal with things calmly, because they're too emotional. It's too much ego. Like even my dad will say, "I don't like that bloke you deal with. How can you put him on the show?" And he said that, and it's like, just chill. Don't matter. It's just business. So that kind of puts you 10 steps backwards when you see stuff like that. So it's a bit weird. They look a bit desperate, but it is what it is.
I spoke to USYK last week and I asked him about all the critics that AJ's having. I don't know if you watched it or not. What did you make of his comments?
I mean, he's very sensible. Usyk's a smart guy. Like he doesn't talk shit. He just speaks from the heart, and he's absolutely right. AJ should be massively supported for everything he's done. He's a good bloke with a good heart that wants to win and wants to win for himself and for his country. And the criticism sometimes is crazy, but that's the world we live in. Tall poppy syndrome, as they say. Once you get up there, they want to cut you down, and I think AJ should be massively supported.
Last question for you. I was reading a lot of comments from the interviews Frank did yesterday, and quite a common theme is people are saying that certain media outlets, certain people push agendas for promoters. Do you feel that's the case, and have you ever been guilty of that yourself?
No, I think that people have relationships with people. People like people. Talk about Umar from IFL doesn't really like me. I mean, I don't think he dislikes. You know what I'm saying? Whereas Coogan does. And when Umar interviews me, he interviews me very differently to how he interviews Frank Warren. And maybe Coogan, I don't think Coogan interviews Frank Warren. So I think sometimes you can look too deeply into things. At the end of the day, if we get on, you're going to get better access. People think that's about, spinning a story. It's not about spinning. It's just, if someone phones me up who I don't particularly like, asking to come and see me and give them half an hour of his time, you're not going to be, if it's Coogan or it's Parsons or it's you or whatever, and it's like, fuck, this will be the response. Oh, for fuck's sake. Go on then. It's like you. I was just walking out of here. I've done 2 hours of interviews and I've got to go. And you go to me, can I just get a few minutes? Now, if I didn't like you, I'd just go, look, we'll do it tomorrow. Or no. But I'm here. And it's up to you to forge those relationships. You can be a Twitter hero as well if you want. And but at the end of the day, if you're working in the media, you still got to be a respectable journalist to ask the tough questions, but also not be an arsehole and piss me off, because we don't have to let these people in here, you guys. We give you our time. It's not like we're obligated to do it. It's part of our job. But at the end of the day, we can pick and choose. Not every promoter stands there for 2 hours and answers every single question from every single outlet. So I'm too far gone down the line, ego, to worry about who I like and who I don't like. And I'm not saying, like, at the end of the day, yeah, some people like, some people don't like. I'll do what I can, and on we go.
I appreciate that. I might hold you to an office interview sometime.
No problem. Cheers, mate.